PewDiePie just released a scathing rebuke of the Wall Street Journal for calling him a Nazi. This should be the Hollywood, hero story, the Rocky story. A kid who's not an indigenous American, who has taken over the largest self-distribution platform in the history of the world for visual media. He has no crew, no cast, no writers. It's just him and a webcam. This should be a story of a democratization for the ages. He should be loved by individualists around the world, and they're going to portray him as a collectivist Nazi because they realize that their hold on the industry is going away. I think it's just time for everyone to realize that we have this bias. I talked to a lot of people about the Lady Gaga performance at the Super Bowl, and I was unmoved by that. I wasn't offended. I actually would, in retrospect, I'd actually prefer to be offended. It's boring. It's prefabricated. It's the same songs she's sung a billion times. She's not playing that guitar. It's a subsidized, propped up means of rising to the top. You have a million people to make your career possible, and everyone just thinks you're a god. That's the old way of doing it. The Wall Street Journal, your way of doing it is the old way of doing it, having printing presses and, this legion of people that subsidize your crappy work ethic. Here's a kid who just with a webcam and a microphone beat you. And he destroyed you, Wall Street Journal. He destroyed you. So get wrecked. Realize that the internet is a good thing. Also, I think it's about time for everyone talking about SEO, search engine optimization, to realize that Google has crossed the line now, and they are actually evil. They're not intentionally evil, but you want to talk about evil. Google is the gatekeeper now. There used to be like an oracle, right? Like you go to Google and you ask Google about information, it would find it for you. That's not happening anymore. I don't think it's so much intentional, just it's a necessity of how much information is out there that they've gotten lazy and have not programmed their algorithms to be very effective. So I have noticed this a lot in the last couple of years. Well, I'll search for something that I know I have found years back on Google. It's not there. It's still on the internet somewhere, but you cannot find it on Google. You cannot find it by searching it because people have found ways to game the system with white hat SEO and with, figuring out how Google does it because there's just too much information out there. Google has stopped being a search engine and has started being a curation platform. They've started being a gatekeeper, which is what journalists have become, which is what Hollywood has become, which is what Washington has become. It's just all gatekeepers telling all the little people to get in line and do what you're told. So we need a better internet. And people like PewDiePie are actually good for that. People like PewDiePie, iDubbbz, H3H3 Productions, real YouTubers, not these fake, plastic people who sell themselves out to CNN. Yeah.